You know what? It's been a while since the last time I looked at proper fake LEGO Technica set, so I am happy to say that for today I was able to find this Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar for just around 25 euros on AliExpress. And here's the giant bag this set came in, so let's open this up. Ooh, what a giant pile of stuff! And I actually did see a manual over here, so... Oh, this time manual is very white, but at least we have something on the cover. Yeah, that being this tiny number and no images of the set. And yeah, on the inside we have few sheets with the stickers. And honestly, stickers look actually pretty good this time. Ooh, setting some expectations for quality right there. And of course, instructions. Not much I can tell you right now about them because I have to go through them and build this set before I have any further comments. So that is exactly what I am going to do right now, and then afterwards, of course, I will judge this set and I will tell you all about it. See you in a bit. As you can see, it is done. And first thing I wanna do is to confirm. Yes, indeed, this set is a copy of LEGO's 2023's Peugeot 9X8 24H Le Mans Hybrid Hypercar set. Rolls off your tongue, right? So once again, that means that all the interesting features that we have in this set are work of the designers from LEGO company. So with that being said, let's start with the design of this car. First of all, I wanted to mention that I'm not the biggest fan of like the hyper or supercar designs in real life. However, when it comes to this car, I find it to be very interesting to build, and I actually think they have done a very nice job when it comes to capturing the shape of this car, because it has many curves, and I think this time they have done a good job capturing all the shapes with the Technica style bricks. So what can we move in this car? First of all, we can open the doors on the side. That being said, we only have one seat for the driver over here. Next, we can steer the front wheels with this knob over here, and that steers not only the front wheels but also the steering wheel, if we can see that on camera. Next, we can take off this huge part of the outer shell of the car to reveal that we have an engine on the inside, and we can also see the gear system for the back wheels. And as you can see, if we move the wheels, the pistons are also moving within the engine, but that's kind of common for these Technica style sets. And another nice attention to detail is the fact that we have two exhaust pipes right next to the engine over here. If you've been watching this channel, you know that I have built quite a few of these Technica style sets, and what usually makes the building process interesting for me is when I see new techniques applied for the building solutions. Like for example, when I was building the Mazda RX-7 set from Yumco, it had a completely unique approach how to make like a engine for a Technica style car. However, with this model, what I found very interesting is how they did the suspension system for both like front and back wheels. They only use one spring in the middle that works with both of the wheels at the same time, but still you can press on them separately, as you can see here. Also, what sets this car apart from the rest that I have built is the fact that both of the front wheels are actually connected. So when you spin one, the other one spins as well, and that's because they have applied some sort of like a gear system here in the middle, kind of similar to what you usually have for the back wheels. And yes, as you just saw, the front hood is another moving part for this set, and that is really nice. Moving forward, there isn't much reason for me talking about the manual because here we have the usual stuff going on. All the images are smaller than they would be like in a Lego instruction. However, I also didn't find any mistakes, so this manual is absolutely fine. And because this is a copy of existing Lego set, you can always use the original Lego instructions instead. All the bricks for this set came in a bags with the numbers on them, so that's good. However, when it comes to the stickers, I think I jinxed myself at the beginning of this video because I said that they look good quality. Well, in fact, they are good quality in my opinion when it comes to the print, because the print actually looks pretty decent. The stickers have nice colors and the resolution isn't too bad. However, what wasn't great was the fact that they are just a little bit too large. And that means with basically each and every sticker, I either needed to cut off the parts that were going off the sides of the bricks or kind of like bend them around the bricks. And let me just say, that wasn't very fun to do. But now let's talk about the brick quality. Well, I think the brick quality is actually really nice. It's definitely up there. Like, for me, this would be like an A-tier brick quality. The plastic felt nice. The bricks are holding together quite firmly, but that being said, they did not feel too hard to put together. So I actually finished this set without using any like pliers or extra hardware like that. There is a little bit of inconsistency between the bricks, however, it is very minor, and that definitely didn't take away any joy from the building process. However, the thing that did take away some joy from this building process is the fact that I had some pieces missing, and all of them were missing from the bags that had number 2 on them. The first part that was missing was this like quite specific shape. However, luckily for me, it was used in a spot where I was able to supplement it with another more basic part that I had spares of. And after that, I came across the fact that I was also missing 3 of these cross-shaped beam 5 unit things, and luckily for me, again, I had some spares, so that didn't stop me from finishing this set. And as a side note, this set did not come with any spare bits of its own. But right now I will try to show you this car from multiple angles so that you can get like a clear impression of how it looks. And yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, I am not the biggest fan of these like hypercar designs in real life. However, as I was building this set, I actually quite liked how it came together and how it looks in the end. And in the end, I must say, I ended up liking this car more than I was actually expecting. So, to conclude, I would like to give this car a rating and put it into the tier list as I did with all the fake Lego sets in my recent video. So for that, I must consider the fact that this car does have really good quality pieces. The building process was nice and actually interesting. However, what takes away from the experience is the fact that we had missing parts. So overall, I think this is a very solid B tier set for me. And that being said, I think I have given you enough information to make up your own mind whether a set like this would be worth it for you. And if you wanna buy this set from AliExpress, there is an advice I can give you. Be very careful and pay close attention to the listings, because there is another set that is based on the same car design, but it is smaller than this one. And unfortunately, some sellers like to use the first image of this larger set. This set has 1775 pieces in it, but then if you pay closer attention to the listing, you can see in other pictures that they are selling the smaller version of it. That is definitely inferior than this one. So yes, as I said, check the listings very carefully so that you wouldn't have any unpleasant surprises. But right now, I want to say a huge thank you for joining me today and watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, drop a comment. What is your experience with fake Legos? And if you want to see more videos like this where I look at fake Legos, non-branded bricks, all sorts of Chinese brands, and also other stuff I find on the internet, maybe subscribe to my channel. Huge thank you for watching this video one more time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.